Well, here I am, still alive. Satan tried to take one of his henchmen to take me out, but it just didn't happen like that. So I'll keep on taking Uber rides, talking to the cab drivers, telling them about my experiences, them telling me about their experiences. And then I'll ask them the question, seeing that we have such a dangerous job, where we have accidents, we have stick-up boys, and everything else is happening. Um, would you like to accept Jesus into your life? Or I'll ask them, just like they do in other places, and I say, well, if we was to get into a car accident right now, and Jesus was to ask you, why should I let you into heaven? What would your answer be? And seeing that I could do it in English and in Spanish, it's a tremendous advantage. So the devil doesn't like that. The devil doesn't want me taking Uber rides. He'd rather me have a car. He'd rather me have a car so that this way I don't be taking Uber rides left and right, but I'm not going to stop. I'll just take a bus. I'll pay $2, get on that bus and talk to people as they go in and out of that place. God has given me that blessing. And that blessing is going to be used. My life is worth nothing right now. I thought I was going to die the 18th, Sunday the 18th. It's just kind of strange because I actually saw Manny at the church, at the Crossing Church, and and Manny was like, willing to say hello to me, and I said, man, it's been such a long time since I've been to that church, because of my situation. But God is good. God is great. And he's going to keep on opening doors so that I can ask that simple question. What would you do if you was going to die today? And God was going to tell you, God was going to ask you, why should I let you into my heaven? Or I'm going to ask that question, seeing that we have such a dangerous job, where maybe one drunk driver or one distracted driver the car can get away from them, and we'll be out of this world. We'll be in the realest place you ever seen in your life. Because when we go to sleep here, we go into another place, which is much more alive than this one. If you don't believe me, look at that movie, the After Death, and you see exactly what I mean. That's a tremendous movie. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but it's really a great movie. Forgive me that I don't give you total attention, but right now I spilled the whole mess of my pills, and I spilled the whole mess of them. See the oxycodone that I have like here. This one has no top. I gotta find a top for it. It has they have it gets me constipated. What else can I say? This is not for kids. Okay. And the other one, the one that they're always giving me, as a matter of fact, I gotta call up Walgreens and see if I can get all the medication that's there. That medicine gives me diarrhea. So between both of them, if I take one of each, I should be okay, But maybe I don't know that hydrocodone seems to be a little bit smaller than the oxycodone that I've been taking. That I've been getting like 120 of them from my doctor over at the VA. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. My life has been on a downward spiral since mom died. Okay, since mom died 3 years ago. But I'll tell you something, man. It's not always gonna be like this. It really isn't. It didn't last. It didn't last all. It didn't last the whole life of Job. And I'm not saying I'm as righteous as Job. I'm not saying nothing like that. But all I'm saying is that if I was to see God right now, I would tell him, Lord, I've tried the best I could to follow you, you know. And I stand by the work that you did on that cross in Calvary. And I've tried to do with the little strength that I have and the little ability that I have of being able to walk a little bit. I've tried to do your will. So now here I am. Uh, I'm at the scene of the crime. Look at this here. Let me see if I can show you. This is where this piece of metal right here, this piece of wood that you see there. What with it? See this here? See that big piece of wood there? That thing really weighs a lot, man. This thing right here. This wood. See? That hit right here in my chest. My walker, I don't even know what they did with my other walker. I got one walker over here. I got the red one is over here. They put it back here. It's one walker. I don't know where the other one is. See? I don't know what they did with the other walker. But this is the big red one. I have the silver one, which is made out of aluminum. And that should be around here somewhere. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know where it is. But as you see, they took out all my clothes out of all these drawers. And they put them here and in that hamper right there. Do I still have clothes here? It seems like no. It seems like I don't have anything. They tried to change the key on me today. Well, they actually got somebody to change the cylinder. And I guess they thought that would be it. That would be the last time they see me if I wasn't able to get in here. But, you know what? God is good. I don't know what's in here. This is what I used to give myself a haircut, the Flowbee. See the Flowbee? I give myself haircuts with that. And I hook it up to an old-fashioned thing. As you see, she even changed the whole look of this room. It looks like you got a princess. I don't know. This look like some little girl. It looks like a little girl's room. Certainly doesn't look like a guy's room. That's for sure. But that's all her plan. She thinks that because she changes that, she thinks she's gonna get rid of me. But what she failed to do, there goes my other walker. Here goes my other walker. So the other walker was right here. The other walker was right there. I was standing when Kevin threw me. I even got the door locked. I don't even know why, because Kevin doesn't have this lock anymore. I just barely have it. I was right around here. See the distance that I am? Look at the distance. What is that? Maybe 8 feet? Something like that. That's the distance. So I was right here. Steven was over there. So we're like, what, maybe 10 feet? 12 feet right over there. He's right over there. And I'm arguing with him. And I'm telling him that he should just lower his voice, that we're all adults here. Kevin was doing his laundry. Comes over here. He bumps me. I realize that I'm gonna be hitting the bed pretty soon. So I turn around. When I do, he pushes me. I hit this at my chest. Hit this big old piece of wood here. Actually, I don't even know how much it weighs. And my stomach hit this right here. Right here. Boom. And I was right here. He jumps on my back. Then I felt Steven's weight. Okay. Now I don't know if Steven was taking him off of me or if he was down with it. We really haven't even talked since then. I don't know. And I even told the investigator that they have on the case. But I told him I know what Kevin did. And Stephen, I don't know if he was helping me or hurting me or what the story was. I don't know. But that's between Stephen, God, and my ex who knew what was happening, because she was sitting right over there in that corner. Right over there. Right over there. That's where she was sitting. So she saw the whole thing. See the chair? She was right around there, right around that area. See? She was right around there. And then she came up when then I lost consciousness when I felt their weight, both of them on my back. I lost it. I don't know if I couldn't breathe or if he put a chokehold on me. I don't know. I lost it. Next thing I know, neither one of those boys were in the room. And my ex was picking me up off the floor. And from here, I just closed the door. I called up 911. Sheriff deputies came. The ambulance came. I told them my side of it. And then the three stooges, my ex and my two sons, well, actually, my one son, he just cut out. He knew what was going to happen. So he just cut out right away. Huh? But, that didn't work out too well for them. That didn't work out too well for them. It may have, in the short term, maybe it did. In the short term, it looks like they got over, But doesn't it always look like that, right? Doesn't the worldly man think that the short term is all there is? But that's not it. That's not it at all. There's a God up in heaven, and what he says is what's going to happen. Okay. So anyway, this morning I came in. I should say last night. Last night I came and I was reading some of the mail that was here. I came in by myself. I didn't come in with Hillsborough County Sheriffs like I usually do. I usually come in with the deputies, get my stuff, and leave. But I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good at all. I just got released from the hospital, Brandon Hospital. I haven't felt good since the 18th, to tell you the truth. I've been getting dizzy. I've been seeing things. I'm going to go to the eye specialist on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I gotta go. I got an appointment to see the eye specialist. On Friday, I gotta see the primary care physician. We're gonna talk about the medications that I'm taking. What do I take? What don't I take? What do I gotta give up? What can I use as needed? We gotta get this whole thing about pain medicines because I don't want to take them. Right now, I'm taking a lot of oxycodone, a lot of hydrocodone. And the oxycodone that I have is old, but it's still there because, that thing doesn't lose potency like that, It takes a long time for it to lose potency. And the thing about it is that the hydrocodone, which I really don't like because it gives me the diarrhea, which is even worse, right? So, the my ex, she changed the lock over here, changed the lock. And they just changed the cylinder. They didn't change the lock. All they did was they came over here, they took out the cylinder, they put in another cylinder. So my key is no good here. So I told her, I said, you either give me a key or I'm going to go to the office and tell them the truth that I've been living here since before the pandemic. Actually, 2019 was when I moved over here. That's how long I've been here, me and my son, And he's in a special program where they pay half of his rent, So if he pays 1,100, it's supposed to be 2,200, right? And I don't know if that, and he pays $150 just for the garage, just to keep the excess car in there, Now, granted, they did do me a favor because the person who I was supposed to move in with at the very last minute, I asked him like 3 weeks ago. He said, "Yeah, you can move in here, no problem." And the very last minute, on the same day that I was going to leave, he said no, that his girlfriend said that I couldn't move in. No. which I don't care anyway, because probably if I would have went there, who knows what would have happened. So that's what happened. That was the 18th, and I haven't been feeling good. Actually, they they let me go from well, the ambulance took me to Advent Hell. Is what I'm calling it now, Advent Hospital. But for me, I'll call them Advent Hell from now on. And that place over there, I'm trying to see if I can get some lawyer to look up what was it that they did to me, because they left me like 4 hours without pain medicine when I was scheduled to take something every 2 hours. They had me between morphine and oxycodone. They were giving me that morphine, oxycodone every 2 hours. I was getting something, right? Because the morphine was once every 4 hours, and the oxycodone is every 6 hours that they were giving me. And it was a small pill, so I don't even know. I mean, I got bigger pills here, you know. And I told them that I had a lot of them, because the doctor was giving me 120 a month. All right, 120 of the 512s of the oxycodone, which I know is a lot. You're talking about 4 a day or whatever. Yeah, 4 a day, because it's 24 hours in a day, one every 6 hours. So I was getting a lot of them. I was getting a lot. I was in a lot of pain. My back was terrible. That's why SSI finally came through, and the Catania, they fought for me, and I, I thought I would be okay. At least I'm getting money. But I just couldn't keep up with the with between the bills and everything else. I I couldn't pay it. So they evicted me from there because I owed too much. By the time that the court that case settled, it was like, I want to say, like February of 2019. That was when I got my first check. January of 2019 was no, wait, it was later than that, because I got my Class A license. I got my Class A license. That was like November, something like that, like October, November, something like that of 2019. So it was, I guess it was 2020. That makes sense. And 2020, I still had the case going on for like 2 years for SSI. And these people, had no money coming in, absolutely nothing, you know. And here goes a place that they had like, it was a corporation. They had like 5 mobile home parks, maybe an average of maybe 150 to 200 mobile home trailers in there. And I told them, I said, look, I said, I'm getting my license to drive tractor trailer. So I should be able to pay you when I start getting paid there. Or I also have a case with SSI, and they're gonna pay me all the back money. So either way, you're gonna get your money. But no, they decided that they just wanted to kick me out of there, which is what they did. And according to a lady who looked at the papers, she said that it was illegal, because they never gave me my chance at court. They never gave me my day in court, because I don't know. It was coming into the I don't know. Everything was done through letters. So I don't know. They probably had a high priced lawyer who hung out with the judge, or I don't know what. But anyway, that's all in the past. We're gonna leave that alone. What I'm dealing with now is that I've been here. I've been here since just before the pandemic started. Okay. So there's no way they can get me out of here. I mean, I signed the contract with my son, and we sent it to the Social Security. Why? Because SSI wants their OCD, and they want to know where every single penny is being spent. Okay. So I had to get my son to sign a contract saying that I was paying him $600 a month. But the only thing is that they never told the people over here in the office over here. They never told them that I was paying rent here. They don't even know who I am. Oh, the maintenance people know me. The people who live in this building know me. The old managers know me because they live right next door. They live right next door, you know. And and then if anybody asks, I'm supposed to say, "Oh, I'm just recuperating from my double stroke." But I was here way before that. I was here way before that. My double stroke happened in June of 22. Okay, so you know, right now they just changed the cylinder. She changed the cylinder, thinking that she paid $75 for nothing because she thought that this way I would never be able to get in here again. Now, in New York City, they give the owners two choices. They say this will be an illegal eviction. You either give them a key or we take you to jail. Over here, it's a civil matter, so I would have to take them to court. Which of course, how long could that take? Eh? That could take a long time. And in the meantime, I'm homeless. And yeah, I would win, but by then, who knows what could happen? You know. So now, so when I saw that, I just stayed and I said, "All right, you either give me the key, or I'm gonna go to the office, and you're the one that's gonna get kicked out of here." So she gave me the key, and my son hasn't talked to me. So my son Steven, I haven't talked to him. I asked him. I sent him a text message. I say, "How you doing?" I wanted to see his story. I wanted to see his side of it. You know, I wanted to know if he took, as you can see from here, I can see right into my room. See? So you can see the whole thing when Kevin threw me into the bed and jumped on me. And I would like to think that Steven went over there and took Kevin off of me, but I don't know. And that's exactly what I told the investigator. I told him, I said, I don't know. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. Unfortunately, I don't have that yet. We haven't evolved that much. I told the case manager today. I should say the investigator for elderly crimes. I told them I found already another doctor who says that my injuries is consistent with my story because I have injuries in the front and in the back. In the front, I have a bruise in my chest where I hit the the bed frame. The I guess you got the headboard, and I guess that would be the footboard. I guess, but that thing is really heavy. That's not moving. And the other side of the front just hit the walker, which was just under my liver. If that would have hit my liver, who knows what would have happened, or if it would have, or I don't know. I got enough problems with my liver because I'm taking so many medications. So here I am in the house all alone. In a little while, uh, the witch is gonna go get her little henchman, her little Igor from Amazon, and bring him here. And then I'm gonna see if I can use her car to take some stuff over to a storage. I got a storage nearby. I'm gonna put all my stuff in storage, and God willing, I'm gonna stay here until I accumulate certain money, so that this way I can get a van or I can fix my car. My car, the motor is gone because I told her. I said, "Look, I'm gonna." She wanted. That's how this whole thing started. That's how this whole thing started. She wanted to buy my car. She likes my car more than her car. She has a Toyota Corolla, and it's low. Mine, I have a Cadillac, which is higher up, right? So she can go in there, and she doesn't have to. She doesn't get that much back pain. So I told her, I said, "Okay, I'll sell it to you for $250 a month for 18 months, which is 4,500. I paid 5,000, and I told her, I said, take the extra 500 and get the lift gate fixed, which is the back part, right? It doesn't open. And I saw how to get that thing fixed on YouTube. They got it. And also I said, and check out that check engine light because it's on. And if that check engine light is on, it could be something simple like the gas cap is off, or you got need to replace that gas cap, or it could be something very, very serious. And in this case, it was serious because it was the oil. The oil was low, which is the last message that she saw. I mean, she's been running it left and right, and she kept on running. And I told her, check it out with the mechanic. Check it out with the mechanic. She never did it. She never did it. And she took out everything out of my. She took out. I had dash cams front and back. She took it out, and I didn't say anything because she said that the car was hers. Okay, that was her statement. She took out. I had seat covers. She took them out. She put in her own seat cover. She took out my floor mat. She put in her own floor mats. She did. She'd say like 2 days cleaning out that car, cleaned it out, all the everything, all the things that were mine. She took out. She put her stuff in there. Even the steering wheel cover she took out, and she put her own stuff in there. You know, and I didn't say nothing because it was according to what came out of her mouth was that car is hers. But she never took it to a mechanic. She said, "Oh, this guy Daniel wasn't available. So why? He's the only mechanic in the whole world that has a computer. They all have computers. She could have taken it to any place. She could have taken it to that Riverview place that's been there since before we moved in. In '95, that place was already there. I mean, they got pictures on the wall of that place when Riverview had only had only a one lane going in and one lane going out of Riverview. That's how long that place has been there. You know." And then they got mechanics all around this place. She could have paid $50 or $100 to get it checked out. At least they would have told her what's wrong. You mean to tell me why don't you have no mechanics? I mean, I know people. I know that brother Daniel. I mean, I use him. I know a pastor also that has his own place. He's semi-retired. But there's others. There's others I wouldn't mind using. It's better to use somebody rather than use nobody. At least they could have told you, "Hey, look, this is what's happening. Maybe the oil pump's not working, because that thing is not pumping oil out of that reservoir, out of that little area there. Then you're gonna have problems. Or if you have to change the oil, or maybe you might have to flush out the whole engine." And use transmission oil or use that flush thing because the oil broke down or whatever, and then put new oil in there, or whatever the case may be. Anything would have been better than just keep on driving that car like that. But she decided to do it, you know. And I didn't say anything because, first of all, I'm not using that car. That's why I even took out the insurance. I told her, I said, put your own insurance in there. I said, because I'm not driving the car. I don't feel good to be going down those stairs. Sometimes I can't go down those stairs. I've missed doctor's appointments because I can't go down those stairs because I shouldn't even be going down those stairs, according to my neurologist. She says if you're on the second floor, you're taking a chance. And yeah, I did stumble on them. I didn't fall down those stairs because maybe I wouldn't even be alive now. And God knows this is the truth. Why would I lie to you people? Well, anyway, God bless you people, and I'm over here at the scene of the crime, and right now the senior investigator is doing all the papers. They're gonna be. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't arrested Kevin yet. I'm very surprised that they haven't arrested Kevin yet, and I expect that call from him because I told him I want to be there when they arrest him. I want to be there. I want to open up the back door so that they could put him in. You know, I want to be at that arraignment when they arraign him. When the judge says whatever, this is the bail or ROR or whatever or no contact, I want to be there. You know, I want to look at his face. And I just want to tell him, and I sold drugs. I used all kind of drugs. LSD was my favorite drug. You could ask my sisters. You could ask my brother. You know, I mean, I was a total pothead and acid head all the time, all the time. Like some of my cousins, they know who I was. They did drugs with me. They know who I was. You know, and everybody will tell you the same thing. I was so into LSD that I used to take a 30-minute train ride from Flushing, Queens to 42nd Street. By the time I got out of that train, because I would just put my head on the back and the vibration of the train would give me a flashback. I didn't need no more. I didn't need no more LSD. That's how bad it was. You know? And dealing drugs is not the easiest thing in the world. But that's a lazy man's life. You're lazy. You don't really want to work like other people. Get up early in the morning, take the train into work or whatever. You want to do things. That's why people do crimes, because they're lazy. They want to take the easy way to get money. Am I right? Tell me where I'm wrong. No. all you want to do is just stay over here selling drugs, robbing, doing stuff, stealing cars or what have you. It's all like that, all because you're addicted to the juice. You're addicted to that adrenaline feeling, right? But anyway, um, I just thank God that I'm alive, and I just want the Bible says, give room for God to give vengeance, and eventually it'll all work out. You know, where am I gonna sleep tonight? I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep here. I should just sort of stay here. I should just sort of stay here until I got enough money accumulated without paying rent or without giving them any of my food stamps and eating their food and that $200 a month that Humana gives me on the Visa card. I should just sort of accumulate all that money so that this way I get another ride. But maybe I'll sleep out. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay in my car. I don't know. I don't know. And in a way, I like it like that because if I don't know where I'm gonna be, they don't know where I'm gonna be. And also, I want to get a no contact order so that this way Kevin can't even come within 500 feet of here or send me any messages through whatever, through text message or what have you, or call me up or somebody tell me, oh, Kevin told me to tell you, is whatever, you know, because then he'd look for another case. He'd have another charge on top of what he already has, you know. So I'm looking kind of homeless. I look like a homeless person already, and my mustache is not coming in. trying to start a mustache like what my father had. He was a stand-up guy, and even though I used drugs, even though I sold drugs, I never lifted up my hand to that. But kids nowadays think that they think differently, man. They think differently. Maybe it's because I knew that my father was a kind of guy. He was a tough old guy, waking up at whatever 4 o'clock in the morning to be in Flushing, Queens by in time to open up the restaurant, and he always had knives on him because he was a cook. So he always had that old style 007 knife. Remember those big ones with giant wooden handle, 007? Everybody loved those back in the day. And he had one, and then he also had a blackjack. So, why I don't remember ever fighting with him, you know. I mean, sure, we drove mom crazy, and she left and she left to move to Pennsylvania or whatever, and left me in Flushing, and I don't blame her. And I don't blame dad. I don't blame mom for the way they raised me. They didn't discipline me enough or whatever. I don't blame them because they didn't know any better. And then in '83, I started going to a church in Puerto Rico. Dad came from Puerto Rico to pick me up over here in New York because I was in Lincoln Hospital and Psychiatric Ward over there, 149th Street. And he came and they let me go, and then I went to Puerto Rico and I started going to a Pentecostal church over there, and my life has been going the right way. But now it you know seems like God is not talking to me. Maybe He is. Maybe I'm not listening. Maybe that's what it is. Some of these people, they just say, oh, when God gives you a test, the teacher stays quiet when He's giving you a test. Or like Jacob and Joseph, God never talked to either one of them by the time. Well, he did kind of talk to Joseph. At least he gave him the gift of interpreting dreams, and that's how he got to be the number 2 man in Egypt. But certainly Jacob didn't know what was going on. He didn't know any. I mean, all he knew was that he probably cleaned that coat. He probably cleaned that coat and slept with it, knowing Jacob, because he held Joseph and Benjamin higher than the other kids. That's something I never did. Maybe, I don't know. I tried not to. you know. But as a father, you're always gonna have your favorite, you know. I mean, I identify with each one of them in different certain things, you know. Have I been a perfect father? No, nobody is. I like to say I used to be part of a dysfunctional family, and then I led a dysfunctional family, you know. But you learn, you know. I mean, Joseph had a very bad family. You know, his brothers sold him, they threw him in a pit. They sold him to Ishmaelites, okay, the children of Ishmael. They took him down to Egypt as a slave, sold him into Potiphar's household, you know, and God blessed him there, you know, and God still gave him the gift of interpreting dreams, the good ones and the bad ones. He gave it out the way it was, the way it was. That's the way it was. Whether it was good or bad, he gave it to you. You know, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could tell somebody in 3 days you're gonna die. What the? I mean, back then, if you was a prophet, you either had to tell the truth or they would kill you. They would kill you. You know, and that's the way it was back then. That's probably uh, that's probably the Murray show telling me that, or the paternity court telling me that none of the kids are mine. That's crazy. Or the paternity court, or the Murray show. Victor, you are not the father. You know, I wouldn't surprise me at all. But anyway, God bless everybody. And, I don't know, man. Where am I going to be tonight? I don't know. Actually, I just leave it in God's hands, you know. I try not to live, just like the Bible says, in peace with everybody. How I don't know exactly what it says. It says, as much as it as a matter of fact, I'm going to look for it. It says, as much as you can, live in peace with everybody. Something like that. That's the VIP, the Victor Ishmael Perez version of the Bible. Okay, well, God bless everybody. Have yourself a good night. Here goes. I'm over here at the scene of the crime. Okay, take care, everybody. I love you. Bye.